Alright, what's up dudes? It's Pineapple here. We're gonna go and show you my daily routine and what I recommend for doing sea monster hunting. Alright, so first you want to come over to the wharf manager in Belia, Croix. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Alright, and then after that, we'll take our horse and we're gonna head over to Port Ratt. Alright, now that we're here in Etheria, we're going to talk to Filiberto Falassi, and you are going to do his daily quest if you don't already have your boat, or you don't have the frigate, like I don't, and you're working towards it. And I'll show you my quick little path and run you through it that you can do. So right here, this rope you can walk over, and then you just stay over to this wall. Look down at this eave on the roof, walk down, and then you can cross these roofs. And then you just walk on straight down to the bastion, and you need to do this twice every day. Alright, now let's we'll fast forward through doing the second part of it. Alright. Now that you've turned in the 2 pieces of cargo over to Sebastian, make sure before you head back over, you can stop right here at the Imperial Fishing Delivery Dias, whatever you want to call him. Anyway, spam R, get his 3 sailing EXP quests. Then over as well, you'll want to pull out your boat. This is a good habit I got into. Repair your boat and then take it out. And now let's go back up. Turn in, grab our frigate quests, and then we'll go over the things that you should stockpile before you leave land. Alright, so here we are. I'm going to grab my frigate design because I need it. And then the other thing I was telling you, the reason you should bring out your boat is to come over to the general goods vendor over in Etheria and repair all your stuff while you're here, you know, like all of it. And there we go. Good thing I repaired. My ship needed to be repaired. Alright, now that you have your sea monster dailies and the Falassi quest complete, you're gonna sit with me here and we're going to review over what I recommend for my sea monster hunting weight set and the other items I bring along. Alright, so let's go over first the gear. Alright, so first piece of the set is the Herc set. You need to get the 3-piece for it, which gives in total 200 weight for the whole set, but then the gems you put in it for the boot, I just have the Hysteria 2mm crystals. They're not too hard to get. And then in my gloves I have the plus 15 LT strength crystals. And then in my chest I have a Zareth piece instead of another Herc piece, which would make sense because you only want the 3-piece. So in the Zareth piece it gives me 50 LT just on the chest, and then I also have another 50 LT for my wand cob. But don't forget, this item also weighs almost 20 LT on its own, so you're initially only getting an extra 30 LT, so this is only 80. I have a Manos Golden Coral belt, just the base. I have the Root Trent accessory set that gives 100 LT. And I also have my alchemy stone, which gives me 75 LT. So that is my gear for weight, and then I also have a offhand with back attack damage, so I can kill monsters quicker. So if you want to grab that, get a Rosar dagger or Rosar equivalent offhand and throw in 2 of the back attack damage. Now let's go over the stuff, the items that I recommend. So you want to bring these 2 for sure, Origin of Wind and Breezy Crystal. You can pre-order these on the market right now. They're getting close to about 2 mil, which is crazy. I produce my own. Over in the workshop, real quick, we'll show you. The workshop here, Portaferia, where you can make your gear. You make the Origin of Wind, which requires Breezy Crystals, Glue, and Shining Powder. And yeah, I'm just making stockpiles of that, so I have it. Personal use. And then you want to grab a Traveler's Map to make it the quick trip between getting from here all the way to Port Ratt easier. I also bring some worker food. Usually this is just a small amount that I have, and I keep it in my storage in Port Ratt, so I can, instead of swapping characters while I'm out there, I can just storage mate it and feed my workers, and it doesn't weigh that much, the new worker food. I also grabbed suit tea and common meals, and then elixir of assassination for the back attack damage. These 2 are my back attack damage, so it's 15% with these. I also bring Vidrid Routes for the extra 200 LT that I stack. The other food that you could bring as your third food, by the way, is the Magoria seafood, but I don't ever bring it. It's 50 LT that I forget to bring. And then lastly is the ship repair material. I bring 400 out when I go for roughly 5-6 hours. A long session, but regardless, keep some extra stockpiled in the storage of Port Ratt, so that way you can use a storage mate just to grab it if you need it, and it keeps the weight off your character anyway. Alright, now that you have all that acquired, hopefully you'll be able to start your dailies. Alright, now that we're on the sea, let me get an autopath set up. So where you want to head to when you're leaving Portaferia is right over here by these islands. Be the spot right before it. So we're going to set to path right over there. Let's go over what my gear is and what I think the minimum requirements for being out here would be. The minimum requirements is definitely having a blue cannon. Having full blue gear is not necessary, but it definitely, I've noticed, has helped me be more efficient. So that's up to you if you want to do that. And then you don't need that breezy sail, but it is nice to get around. Alright, next we're going to go over my settings that I use, and I'm going to show you why I use a controller and what settings I use to set it up. Alright, so you'll go into your settings page, go into Gamepad, Interface, come over to Use Gamepad, and you'll make sure you click that on. Take the sensitivity all the way down to 2, 1, roughly around there is where you're going to want it. Come over to Action Hotkeys. And how you can discern between what key is what for keyboard and gamepad, just swap in between, you can see. You can look at them and then just translate it over. So I have my jump button as A, I have sprint as left trigger, Then I have my right trigger as my main attack for when I gather and such. B sitting, which is the Q, and will be your charge, and auto run Y. You want to have auto run as Y. And then character interactions, I have it as left thumb, and then interaction 2 is what I use for repairing, and that's X on my Xbox 360 controller. And then final thing to do is make sure you take your game and pick the quality, turn everything to RuneScape mode, lowest optimal, low optimal, like as low as you can get it, and you want to make sure that you are not capping your frames. I think I might be actually right now. No, I'm not. I just have 60. Okay, so, but yeah, you don't want to be dropping frames while you're and now you want to make sure you put yourself into full screen. That's the real important one. Full screen. All right, ready? Here we go. All right, and now I will show you, if it works, hopefully why the controller is very nice and pretty superior in my opinion to mouse and keyboard, because you get to lay down while you're using it. Alright, so we're going to do a scene change real quick. Oh, we're not, never mind, we're not. Alright, so let's show you what this is capable of. The camera lock is slipping slightly, but it's still pretty good. I can still do most of the turns. So this is with the controller. As soon as I get it, I can sit here and do these easy turns. Really helps you position behind getting sea monsters really easily. Now I'm going to switch back to using my mouse. And this is with using the mouse to camera lock and move. You can still do it, but it's just a little bit more difficult, I would say. See? I can still do it, but I slip off a little bit more. And all I'm doing is I'm getting where your boat follows the center part of your screen, that little cursor. Oh, look at this boat in the back. Alright then. Moving sideways. I want that drift skill, my guys. Anyway. Oh, professional driver. Alright, anyways, the camera lock follows that cursor in the middle, so you can drag your mouse to use it, but using a controller and dropping down the horizontal sensitivity and vertical sensitivity will make it 10 times easier. And now let's go over what I do for ramming. First thing I do is I press Y and then up and then B. So Y, flick up on the left stick and then B. And that's how you'll do your charge. Alright, so I just did the charge from stop. I'll do it again. Then to do start excel, it's just up on the left stick and then A. Now for the final one, most people aren't sure how to pull this off with the controller. So I have it pretty easy in my end. I have the left stick as character interact, which is R, and Y as my auto run, so I'll press Y and then pull down on my left stick and then click it in. So I press Y and then pull down on the stick and then I just press in. And that will get you to do the instant stop. Just like that. And that is my controller settings, and this is, you know, you can do cookies. The first day you get to use it, you'll see why it's awesome. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys enjoy it. First day spent all my time doing 360s. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so now we're over at Sirhurim, and there's where the wharf is in relation to us, just so curious where you ported in with your traveler's map. Over here is where the guild wharf manager is, Sirhurim, and you want to, if you want to get the most XP, you can do in Condo. I personally don't like running all the way out to Valencia anymore, so I do Velia. So I just saves me some time. And you want to make sure you always get the gold moon item. Check your inventory for it. There it is right there. Always check your inventory. And before we leave, I'll also make sure I'm going to flash a picture up on screen and keep it up there for about 10, 15, 20 seconds, going over the people for which amity and how much you need to get it. And then lastly, there will be the ability to spend your loyalties for an item called Elixir of Oblivion, and it lets you erase knowledge that you've obtained. So you can right click it, go over to Ecology of Valencia, Oceanic Creatures. Let's look. We have the Ocean Stalker. We'll delete it. We'll come over here real quick and just talk to the NPC who gave it to us, and we already have the amity. And now we have C. And we'll do it once again. Reset. And this is the process you'll do to get S on Candi, which is the preferable sea monster to be hunting. Alright, looks like we have an Ocean Stalker here for our daily. So let's start off with the ramp. I'm going to turn away from it so I don't like run past it initially, and make sure I get all that sweet juicy back attack damage. And all I'm simply doing is using the right stick to camera turn, and then doing the charge combos and making sure my camera lock stays. So again, I bob out, do a 360 no scope, and you want to just pull away and then back in. Lost the camera lock there, so we're going to pull away, back in with a 360. Oh, lost the camera lock. Sometimes mine sticks a little bit, so I have some issues, but other than that, it's not too bad. It's a lot easier than doing keyboard. I do know people who are really good with the mouse. Alright, we're almost done. So when you see it zoom, that's the point to come in with the ram. So I'm always ramming, pretty much. As you can see, I'm just constantly in a ram animation. So right here, I'm going to pull back and then get my camera aimed properly. So we're going to charge this way and then whip it all the way back and try to get back attack damage. Almost got him. Alright, so 360 to, you know, get a headshot on him, finish the kill. There we go. Another tip while you're out in the Ross Sea and Magoria Sea, check it out. So I'm like, yo, I don't know really where I'm going. I can try to direct up here via the minimap as a compass, but really something easy to do is you come up here, just turn on Conquest Borders. And there's this crack right here, which is a good basis for direction. The corner, I would say it's roughly right about here somewhere. You have to travel all across this way to get out of it. So now let's go into a Candi fight right here. And how I engage them is without charging first. I let them come at me, flash their tail, get all aggressive, you know, use their stamina, I don't care. And then when he goes for that dive right there where he stops, I charge away. And I'll turn all the way around, and I should be able to hit him once if I got it right. I missed it. Pretty touchy to pull it off the first hit. 0 damage for me. Gonna come back again, and we're gonna pull left this time. So hopefully I get on his back. Oh, we got a couple hits in there. There we go. Yeah, the timing is tricky for it. And hook back in. Again, I'm using the controller for all these like little movements where the boat's just, you know, gliding across. Miss its head there. Trade with us, we'll trade with him, you know. That's another thing you really want to keep in mind when you're sea monster hunting, and especially with Candis, because they're the main thing you're going to be fighting. And they do hit hard, but their hits are predictable. See, right there you can lift them up, I would say, and nudge him. So instead of him going down, you pick him back up out of the water. So I'm going to charge, slowly pull back in. Wait for that zoom, because when you zoom in, your boat stops accelerating. It just stops and starts doing the like inertia and then ram damage at the end of the animation for it. And sometimes you'll get that where it just disappears. Almost in range to charge it. There we go, and there's the final hit. Alright, here's a good spot to know where a large battleship is. Right when you come through that crack that I was referring to in the borders is a large battleship. And how I fight them, I'll show you. I took a lot of damage from the last fight I was in. I had 2 sea monsters on me at once. So we have, starting this, we have 343k. Hope we can kill it without going below 100k. We got an attack on it. Pull around hard and see if we can keep on its back and get back attack damage. Because right now we're stacking back attack. My elixir for it. And hook back in. I lost the camera lock there. Oh, and I took some cannon shots. Hopefully we can kill the large. Wait for it to run away. Stay on its back. This is how you want to fight it. Before I was messing it up. There we are. Large gold mont down. Alright, so here we are about to bust our ship. Don't want to ram. Come on, we can get the damage off. Alright, so now we're just waiting to kill our boat. Here we are. Boat's down. We look at my inventory. Ooh, I have Tears of Wind. I used my loyalties for these. Open it. Left click to mount. Press R. Click. Oh. Gotta get the combo going. And now we have full health. And everything for just dying, man. I didn't have to spend the time. Isn't that great? Alright, going over, we're almost back. So the crack was back there. If you look closely, you can see the little white line in the distance. And that's the crack of the borders. And we're heading back and keeping an eye out on this, you know, big old vibrant green wall. And that's where the territory border is for entering back into the mainland, the motherland. Alright, so now we've made it back into the Nox Sea. We're right next to Lima Island. We're going to be sailing back into Velia. We killed our gold months. And I'll be leaving a map of the kind of route I take every day when I do the dailies, and the direction I kind of try to stick with. Again, I always use the border boundaries as my reference, so make sure you turn those on. Alright, well now we are back in Velia. We're going to go over to the wharf manager, spam R, and turn everything in. Skilled 6, 98%. This should give me to skilled 7 finally. Woo! Let's go. Okay. This is the one that we have to give the Old Moon trade item. Skilled 7, 4%. Alright, so now we're back here in Etheria. And we're going to finish up our quest. Let's turn them in. Skilled 7, 4%. Skilled 7, 14%. Alright, there we go. And while I'm here, don't forget, remote collect. And repair. Alright, well that concludes the video. I hope the guide helped you and you got what you needed from it. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and feel free to subscribe. And also I have a Twitch channel if you'd like to go follow that, and you can ask me questions on there as well about some sea monster hunting or anything else in BDO. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.